Hey everyone, today we're going to be removing the third row rear-facing jump seats in a 2013 Tesla Model S. And I'll just show you the operation of the seat first before we take it out. There's a strap down at the bottom. You can just lift and pull the seat up. Tuck that out of the way. Take another strap here and separate the Velcro. Just stick it on the back of the rear seat. Lift the latch here, pull forward till it locks, and then lift the seat up and push back until it locks. Okay, to remove these seats, we're going to be removing two bolts that you can see here and here underneath the seat belt attachment here. And if you pull the seat belt to the side like that, you'll see a Torx screw or bolt. So here with the Torx T45 in, we're going to start turning this counterclockwise to get this out. Now these are going to be very difficult to get out, and as you'll see here, even with the best efforts, it'll start to strip. Well, here's what I mean if this gets stripped, and boy did this get stripped. I had to use a set of screw extractors like this one and drill in, and I was really lucky. This is on there kind of crooked. As I drilled in and then pulled the drill out and flipped it and got the extractor set in there, it wanted to grip at an angle. So I just went with it, because at this point I had nothing to lose. But if I turn here, you'll see now that nut. Well, that sucks. That snapped the head right off. I guess the good news is I can at least pop off the third row seat, but the bad news is I'm still going to have to drill this out so that I don't have the bolt sticking out like that. Okay, so I just rolled the seat forward into the well. I'm going to lift this out. All right, there's the seat out just on the floor here in the garage behind the car. And now we're going to turn back to this. So we got the first one out, no problem. You can see here, stripped, and I just kept it here in the nut to show you. This is that nut you have to be careful about behind in the back, taking it out, or it's going to fall back into the car. So that one came out. The other side, not so lucky. Okay, that was an exercise in frustration. So I tried the screw extractor. All I succeeded in doing was stripping these threads. And then I was able to get the vice grip around the edge afterwards. Now when I grip this, I am able to turn it. So I'm able to back this out carefully here now. So what I'm going to do is just pull the carpet back, and you see this hole here. You're going to reach in here with a finger, whichever one you can fit, and you're going to feel for that nut on the back. Okay, that nut is in a little slot, and that is going to be held in place, or should be, when this screw comes out. And then at which point you can slide it out over here and fish it out again so it doesn't fall back in. I just take this out. Okay, there we go. And now we'll reach in there and we'll pull that out. So I'm going to do that with a mixture of some needle nose pliers and also just a dental tool or a pick to get it through the nut so that I don't drop it as I slide it out. And see if I can catch this way. So I'm going to bring it over to here, like this, and then push it through further with the needle nose until I can see that little bit of the centerpiece of the threads right there. And then I'll get this dental tool in so I know it won't fall back. Now I have it here. I can play that game of operation and pull it right out. There you go. Okay. It's never easy, but now we at least got them both out. Now with the seat out and both of these bolts finally removed, you are going to have the exposed metal there like that. And if that bothers you, you can get the carpet replaced, or even maybe just custom cut a piece of foam pad or a rubber pad to stuff in here to cover that up. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. And then the other thing is totally optional, is to remove these two side guides or anchor points for the rear seat. And to do that, I'm going to remove the carpet liner here, this section. Not the whole thing, but I'm going to peel it back so that I can get access in here to this area. I'm just going to gently pull on here, take these pins out. And what you're going to get when they come out, on the back side, you'll have two heads that look like this. And don't freak out and think that you broke them. These sit into an inner piece on the back. It just means you have to be careful putting it back together. And so you can just kind of gently pop these out. On this side, you'll have full-length pins like that. So we'll set those in a little tray, and then we can just pull that carpet out like that. And now we'll work our way across here. All right, so once you pull back the bottom carpet like this and hold it down, then you can reach in and untuck the rear carpet from the side. And there you can see that's the wires that go up to your charging port. And here are the two bolt attachments for these sidebar pieces. And now you can access these and take them off. Torx screws, and it's a T40 size. Yep, okay. And this one's a little harder down here. I may have to try an extender, but we'll see if they just pop loose without stripping. And it looks like they are, so I just have to be very, very ginger with this. Be very careful with these. I feel like the screws are soft and they still want to strip. And they are the same size, which is good. And then you can just take the bracket right out like that and set it to the side, and then we'll cover back up the carpet. Okay, so to tuck the top of the carpet back down, I'm just gonna bend this over, and I'll reach in and show you here in the back. You'll see, get the light down here. You'll see these white pins. These are the other half of the pins that have the black head that go and attach. So the two pieces of carpet are going to clip together there and there. And then on this side, you'll have these holes here, there and there, for the larger black pins. And so we're just going to tuck this in, just bend it, and fold it in place, so that it sits exactly where it was. And feel for those points of attachment, make sure that they are anchored. I'll start with the black pins here. Make sure I have the holes, feel for the holes, make sure that they're lined up. And just push those in. Just like that. And you'll take these black heads, and similarly on the back, you're going to feel for the other carpet piece and push them in. All right, and when you're done, it should look like that. You'll get everything folded back in place. Push your trim panel back in if you've pulled it out. Carpet is tucked in here. Your clips are in here, and the two on the back side, and that's all firm. And then this is smooth across. Now we'll do the same thing here on the other side. And here we are on the right side, passenger side. Same deal, we pulled the carpet back, and we'll take out the brackets here. Yeah, I cannot reiterate strongly enough how careful you have to be taking these out. You can see here, I almost stripped this one too, taking it out. It was in so tight with all that thread lock. You have to have the Torx nut on there straight exactly and break free from that initial thread lock, and it's going to take you a good 3 turns or so before this thing really starts to loosen up. So be very careful. And then I would say get replacement bolts before I forget, and I'll keep these in separate bags so that I have one for each side, so I know which came with which in case we ever want to put them back in the car. All right, so there's everything back together. We got both of the side clips out. The rear seat is out. Now we've reclaimed that extra trunk space. I'll add the mat to cover that right back on top, just like the other one. Now you've got your extra storage, and there you go. So that's the rear jump seat removal on the 2013 Tesla Model S. Thanks very much for watching.